Omari, Total Media. The Indy Hookup.
Welcome to the Indy Hookup. Take it over, Hess.
Hey, welcome to the Indy Hookup. Today we got my old school family. Even though she don't look old, she been around for a little while. Brandi Little is in the house. Hey,
Woo!
girl, it's been a while. How you doing?
It has. It's been a really long time. I'm really thankful that life works the way it does and that we were able to circle back around and still be on this journey together. How are you?
I'm blessed. You know, every day I get up, it's a blessing. The older I get, the more I'm thankful, and I'm happy to do what I'm doing, sharing this good indie music. You know, when I first heard you back in the day, I was
Wait,
hooked.
pause, because now you're making me sound very, very old, y'all. His back in the day is 2022, right? All right.
Well, you look about 16, so I don't know what he's talking
All
about.
right,
She's been
now
around
we
for a
back
long
on the
time.
same page. No, I'm kidding.
Ah, hey, forgive me for that. Forgive
No,
me for that.
I'm just teasing. I'm thankful for
Um, but yeah, before we even get started, we gotta talk about the man that brought us together the first time around. Uh, my family strong, hell of a producer, hell of a good guy. Um, I was real green in the game, and I was invited into their group, and I was really intimidated, because they knew the game and I didn't know jack. Strong gave me his email, so I be submitting music, so I was submitting music. He would take the time out to show me proof that he was playing my music, like how I do. He would do that, and he was just a cool brother. And every now and then I would get a reply from him on my emails, and I kept sending him music, and I'm like, I'm not seeing him. But then I don't know where I saw it. I think you posted it, the obituary, and I'm like, what? But how did you meet it?
So I actually met Strong through a mutual friend, two mutual friends. It's Karma, one of Southern Soul's
Yep.
finest artists out of Houston, Texas, and Vintage 79. But initially when I met Strong, he didn't even know I was a singer. I ended up playing one of my songs, Runaway, at Karma's album release. And now this was years ago. This was like 2018, 2019, 18-ish, 17-ish. And, things just went by, time went by. And then Vintage 79 had me come in the studio to do a song with her song, Como Me Siento. And from that moment on, me and Strong just we vibed because just a quick backstory, Vintage 79 had given me the idea of how she wanted her song to be. But for those that know me artistically, I'm like a freestyle artist. So she gave me the idea, gave me some of the words to say as far as the hook. But Strong was the first producer I'd ever worked with that was like, all right, I'm just gonna play it and I'm gonna see what you can do. And truthfully, he didn't even know my abilities. I don't think I knew my abilities, but that's what you call a great producer. And that is how Como Mi Siento ended up becoming and being what it is to this day, is Strong giving me the ability to be myself. No worries about, is there a hook? Is there a bridge? How many verses? Just freedom to create as an artist. And then we continued to work on my own project, which is Bloom, together. And he really believed in me. He pushed me. Um, He talked to me and my manager, Christina, all the time. He became my family. And to this day, he, even in the afterlife, that is my brother. And so I am where I am right now because of him.
That's what's up. Hey, let me ask you this. Can you cook?
Oh, I cook so good. That was my man that was just right here. And my kids, they just went to the park, but I love to cook. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm from the country, but yes, I can cook. I stand by that.
You know why I asked you that, right?
Nope, I don't. Why?
Because your girl got the food truck going, and Vintage uh, call herself a chef.
No, she
I,
is a chef. She's
yeah,
been catering and she's phenomenal. She does a lot of different things, but we are we don't really communicate that much anymore, but I wish her all the love and success, but I can stand behind saying I know she cooks and she's good at it.
right. And Miss Pat got that food truck. I used to watch her live videos. She be online live, and I'm like, girl, send me some of that. you know. Um, okay, let's move forward. How did you meet her?
Through Strong.
Through
One day
Strong?
in the studio and I actually weren't even in the studio. Like I said, we would talk so much back and forth throughout the weeks and days and how things would go by, leading up and after the release of Bloom. And, Strong let me know that he had a friend that he loved and that he felt like would really be beneficial in my career. And he wasn't wrong. So that's how I met Herb. And we went to the studio 2022. Me and my manager, we flew out there to Delaware for a week. We stayed in the studio. The studio is like phenomenal. Shout out to Chris. And yeah, it was such a beautiful experience. And we're getting ready to release one of the songs that we recorded, but I think we did like 7 tracks that whole entire stay, like some of the most incredible songs I've ever done. And I'm excited for you guys to hear this new one on the 27th through the MoonTown Coalition album
Now,
or
see,
compilation album. Excuse me. I'm thinking about Coalition DJ. Shout out to Coalition DJ.
you
Have
know,
you sent that to us yet?
that's what I'm about to say. That Ricardo, hold on. Why we don't have it?
No, so to be fair, on Friday, everybody's gonna get it. So on Friday, you guys are included in that package. Everybody's gonna get it on Friday. All the radios, DJs, you guys will have it in your hands on Friday. And I can't wait for you to hear it because I know you're gonna love
Brown
it.
girl, yeah,
So we
Yeah.
did Brown Girl too. So we did do
that
Brown
hit.
Girl at the same
We
time.
playing that. We playing that. That hit.
Yes, like that. So are you,
Yeah.
what do you consider yourself? I mean, just what's the facts of what is? So you're a singer, of course. Are you a songwriter as well? Are you a musician as well? Or
So I am a songwriter, but some of my best songs have been freestyled. So, I'm going into the booth, never hearing the track, the producer press and play, and me just kind of flowing. Brown Girl was freestyled. Like I said, Como Me Siento, I had some form of direction. And then Thought It Was Love, that was all from the top. And as far as a musician, I definitely feel like I'm more on a jazz level. And so I definitely use my voice as an instrument, but I do play the flute. I'm not fluent in it anymore, but I definitely dibble and dab in all musical aspects.
well, they do. I'm a guitarist, right? So for some time they have a technology that allows me on my guitar to play other instruments like pianos and basses and stuff, whatever strings. So now they got this microphone. I just want to let you know you can hum a melody, you can hum a bass line, you
Yes,
could
we have
do.
it. We have that.
Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
cool. So
And
yeah,
I
get
can
more into your
I can talk,
instrumentation
but
too.
yes, I would
Yeah.
love that.
Even chords, you can just sing one note and it'll kind of intelligently know the progression. So yeah,
Right.
you could step up your songwriting thing, maybe even write for other artists, get your publishing thing on. You know what I mean? Yeah, you seem to be very intelligent, so that's definitely
Sometimes,
part of the game.
man, sometimes I have made some very foolish mistakes in my life. So I'll be the first to say that. I think in order to honestly be true, like truly intelligent, you have to go through some storms. And I express that in my music.
Yeah, that's what emotional intelligence is being introspective and understanding what your mistakes and how you can, not make them again, So
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You know, I read your bio and it kind of tugged at my heart because I could tell you was in a situation that we not gonna get into. I was in a situation and I believe in second chances.
Yeah. I mean, there's no
You,
shame in my game. I am on a lot of different platforms that speak hope and life into people and individuals and things that they go through. Shout out to the pod movement, POD. It's for formerly incarcerated and currently incarcerated men and women. And I just feel like more should be done. You know what I'm saying? More should be talked about, heard, felt. And sometimes people look at me and they don't think that I could have gone through certain things or been in certain situations, and looks don't have anything to do with it. I was raised well, came from a great family, but if you don't believe in yourself, love yourself, if you're searching for love outside of yourself, you're going to make terrible mistakes. And I was one of them. So, yeah, I'm the first to always talk about what I've gone through, because I genuinely believe God only put me in those situations because I do have platforms. I do have people that look to me and want to know how I am where I am now. Well, let's not forget what I went through to get here. And not that you have to go through those same things, but just know that if you are in a dark space, it doesn't mean that's where you have to stay. So
Do you
yeah,
use some of those experiences to write songs? Have you put that in any of your lyrics?
Brown Girl came from that. And just quickly, and this isn't any hate. Brown Girl is for Black and brown women. It's for Black women. When I found myself in federal prison, I got along. At first it was the Mexicans that came to me, and then it was the white women that came to me, and then it was the Africans that came to me. Every other race of women supported me, loved me, and held on to me except my own. And that messed with me for a while. But then as the time went on, still to this day, these are some of my sisters, and I was released in 2019. And so some of the closest bonds that I have now are still some of these Black women that I met in federal prison. But I realized while being there that there is some type of something that allows us to not be there for each other, love each other. And one of my favorite lines in Brown Girl is I say, I have been unkind to you, so I'm sorry. Because at first I made it about myself, right? I said it's because I'm attractive, or it's because I don't get down in certain ways. But then I had to realize there's been times, me as a Black woman, I haven't been supportive of my sisters. I haven't been loving towards my sisters. And so what can we do to stop this and to move it forward? So the fact that Brown Girl is getting played on the radio in Spain, in Canada, Italy, all of these different places that I've never even been to, that is like a testament that we are better together. And so, yes, to answer your question, a lot of what I went through is everything is a true story for me. Every song is a true story. The only thing that wasn't really real is my album Bloom, and I was in La La Land and I wanted to be in love, and I have my song Fairy Tales, but now I'm actually living that. So I guess manifestation is real.
Yes, ma'am.
and I got to correct you. Brown Girl is also being played in France and Portugal. Just so you know.
So just in case you didn't know. And that's, what I'm saying, these connections with men like yourself who are like, hey, I have the ability to share a great message, because we know, like, right now, that's the last thing that's being spread in the industry. And
Right.
it's because it's faster to, like, say for instance, for me, if I want to put something negative on my story right now on Instagram, if I want to say today has been so terrible, and it could be genuine, I'm going to get so many replies versus if I say God is so good and I made it through to another day. So sometimes we can connect more to the negativity. And I'm most proud that Brown Girl is a song about positivity, about us coming together, and it's moving. So thank you guys for playing it multiple times throughout the day. That means a lot to me.
Well, that's a wonderful. Yeah, that's a wonderful song. This new single that you got coming out Friday, what is that about, and what's the message in that one?
So that's coming out on the 27th. And
Um,
Thought It Was Love was about a time in my life where I thought that I was in love with an individual. It was a time where I sacrificed all of who I was, my self-worth, because I thought that this individual loved me and I thought that I loved him. And that isn't the truth. And so sometimes in order to really heal, you have to admit where you could have done better. And that's what Thought It Was Love is about. It's about being in a situation to where the illusions were all around you, but the facts were also very much in your face. What they say, rose-colored glasses. And so I guess we can chop it up to that. It was a time in my life where I was living and loving through rose-colored glasses.
Wow. I want to sound like them white people that be like surprised when they see an intelligent black woman, but you are very well spoken, as they say. And I see you as a role, you know, in the media industry, just as more than just a singer, like as some kind of host, maybe at the BET Awards or whatever, or having a talk show or whatever. I like the way your mind thinks, and
Thank you.
it comes across in the song. So that's a great thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, like I told you when we was texting. I hope you ready.
Yeah, you said
Hey,
it. I was like, what you mean? Ready for what? Like,
ready for what's about to happen.
yeah.
I see something, and I see it about to happen for you.
Let me pay some bills and take a quick commercial break, and I'm gonna get right back at you.
At Uncle Mario Total Media, our list of services is endless. We specialize in creating podcasts, producing and recording music, designing graphics, integrating business into the metaverse, crafting stunning music videos, and delivering top-notch film production. There's nothing we can't handle. Our team of talented professionals is ready to bring your vision to life. Uncle Mario Total Media, where creativity knows no boundaries.
Okay, let's go. Let's get back to some more UMTV content.
The Indy Hookup is honored to be playing your music. Like I told you, good music makes us look good, you know. So, and then also, can we get a radio drop?
Oh, so since like my man, shout out to Nemo, he set up the light and everything for me in the house. So I got you. I'm doing it right now. As soon as we get off this video, you're gonna have it before what is it? It's 5:30 my time. Before 6 p.m., you're gonna have your drop. You deserve it. Come on, man. You've been playing me, you've been supporting me from the beginning. So I want to tell you thank you. You know, when I first really started this, you believed in me. You saw something in me before I saw it in myself. That says a lot. So thank
Right.
I would be
You
honored.
know, what got me is, I don't know if you know my story. My mom and dad had a band back in the 80s that traveled. You know, back then they was, man, they was it. My father died, my mom kept going. She got discriminated against for being a female black band leader. She quit. And to cut through it, a record label offered to reissue her music. So I'm like, yeah, just sitting here, you know. We had a stack of untouched records. They was worth $450. So it started gathering. We started doing news and doing everything. Then I met that man right there, Ricardo Love.
Ricardo Love.
He was in a situation that I helped him out, and he said, well, let me do this for you. He remixed and redid 4 of my mom's songs. And then his partner, which is Black Nova, did a couple of songs with my mom, and we did a couple of videos. My mom is 84 years old. Look younger than me. She got an angelic voice. Just started promoting her, you know, submitting her music, doing all that. I met people along the way. I got so much love for me not knowing what I'm doing, and people go, man, I just listened to your mom's music. What are you trying to do? They would walk me through it. I met so many independent artists on this grind that I'm like, damn, that sound good. And you one of them.
Thank you, man.
So the love that I've gotten from my mom, I'm giving it back. You know, you deserve that. You've been out here doing your thing, and then we got our common bond with a few loved ones, a celebrity DJ, Cat X, Dungeon Master, you know, um, then Vintage and Pat. Uh, it's a circle. We running in that same circle. So we invented this thing we got here with the radio stations, the interview we're doing. We got special features. And the good music that comes to us helps us look good. So it's a team effort.
For sure.
Speaking of
And
team, who is your team? Are you assigned to an independent label and
Yeah,
is it
shout out
produced?
to, sorry to interrupt, but yes, I am assigned to MoonTown. Shout
Okay.
out to Herb Middleton. This is his label, independent label. They have been amazing for me. Shout out to Ron, Kim, my manager Christina, who's one of my closest friends, been down with me from the very, very beginning. But yeah, I'm MoonTown all the way, baby. Let's see where we going with this.
What's your live game like? Are you doing shows, like live shows or
Yeah,
with a
so
band?
I do about 2 or 3 shows a week out of Atlanta. My man is a professional drummer. His name is Nemo, 2 E's, please. And so we get a lot of gigs together. Right now, we're doing every Friday at Twisted Pie, which is Keith Sweat's restaurant in Atlanta, well, Douglasville. And yeah, we're doing every month, we're doing Apex Museum. We're doing a tribute to some of the most phenomenal artists. Last month we did Tony Braxton. The month before we did Jill Scott. And so live performance, because I act as well too. Theater is how I began with acting. So being on stage for me is almost as fun as recording, if not a little bit better, because I just love connecting to the music. So yeah, well, I'm performing every week. I'm
That's
honored.
excellent because these new baked artists, I mean, they could put a song on Instagram and blow up on Instagram, never been on stage, and they don't know how to breathe and how to
Yeah,
get through a whole set. So
yeah.
that you're
We
doing
take
that,
two
that's
hour sets
yeah.
around here. We take 15-minute breaks and we're gonna do a 2 hour set. So
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's another thing, like for artists, like if you do blow up on Instagram, like don't stop. Learn how to do all of that. It's because you can do it. You just gotta be willing to put in that work.
Excellent.
yeah, so you say the EP is 7 songs?
Nope, I didn't say anything about an EP at all, but I should be dropping one, but no, we're just dropping a single. And so the song is actually coming out on MoonTown compilation album. And so you have Paris L, you have Shavana Adams, forgot the other person that's on there, but I've heard all the songs that's on the project. It's phenomenal. So they're going to do like different phases because MoonTown has a lot of phenomenal artists. So this one is like the neo soul jazz project, and all the songs are on there are phenomenal, but they're going to do something a little different. So it's only going to be available on moontowntunes.com. And of course, radio play, it'll be available on the radio, but we want to like really give back to our ourselves and our hard work versus putting it out on some of these streaming platforms where it's really hard to kind of keep up with what you're doing and really monitor how and where you can go to kind of like really push your music. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. And then it is time for me to work on a new project. My father passed in 2023. Both my maternal grandmothers, Strong, passed away. And sadly, me and my man, we had 2 miscarriages in a 14-month span. So I
Wow.
completely blacked out from the industry. I stopped. And if I could give any advice to any artist, never stop. take your time for yourself, but continue to go after your dreams, because you're not going to pick back up where you left, right? I've been blessed to be in this position to where I was great to good people and they had a door to open for me, but that's not always the case. So I would never recommend stopping, taking a break. No, work through it, do what you got to do for your mental health, but don't stop, don't quit. Yeah, so I'm back. I'm full speed ahead. I'm hitting the ground running because it's time.
Excellent.
Okay.
So the project will be available on the website. Can you tell us that website address?
Yeah, I wanted to say that it's moontowntunes.com, but let me look it up before I get the line, because I am an actress, so y'all know we good at lying. Like, Brandi, why would you say that, Brandi? You don't know where it's gonna be at? No, I don't.
I used to date an actress. I used to wonder, like, are you on stage right now? Are you being real? I want the authenticity. I used to be looking at her a certain way, like, is that real? This actress. As long as you know how to be authentic, though, you good.
But y'all aren't together anymore, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So yes. Okay, so on June 27th, you can go to moontowntunes.com. And you can actually go there now to reserve your copy. I'm telling you, it's some really great music. Herb Middleton produced all the tracks, mixed and mastered. It's timeless, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
Are you planning on doing a video for it?
Yes, I need some visuals. I need these people to connect to the music visually. So yeah, we got a lot of things in store, as well as doing some visuals for Brown Girl. My daughter is actually, that's my daughter that's on the cover, y'all. I don't know if y'all have seen the cover. I mean, I know you guys have been playing it, but for anybody who's listening, maybe listening, if you see the cover, Brown Girl, that is my daughter. And so that makes it even more special that she's on the cover.
Do you have a cover for the single yet?
No, we do not. Because it is coming out on this album, as of right now, we do not have an official cover, but I guarantee you what we are working on is going to bring it all together. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And do you have your own?
Ron sends you guys everything on Friday. You guys will have the single cover.
Okay, just for the audience, like, do you have your own? Tell the people what your social media is, if you have any websites or any places
so
where they can find you.
For sure. So I have lots of music out on all the platforms. It's Brandi Little with an I. And then on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, it's Brandi Little. And then BrandiLittleMusic.com.
Okay, that's what's up. And that all the links are there, right? On BrandiLittle.com.
For sure.
Okay. Ask what you want.
Thank you for stopping by. We're not gonna keep you long.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Hey, it's all good, and we gonna talk some more. Maybe in a couple of weeks after the new one come out, we'll check that out, see what the audience thinks. Come back and chop it up anytime.
I would love to anytime. That's
you're part of the family now, so you can't get rid of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anytime,
right.
Seriously, I mean that. I don't care where I'm at, how many years from now. I'll never forget this moment. So you guys just let me know.
Thank you. Oh yeah, but wait a minute. You said you was gonna do what when you hang up?
Huh?
What was you gonna do when you hang up?
I'm gonna do the drop. I'm dressed up. Look,
I'm just checking.
Don't get twisted. If you see me at the grocery store, I don't look like this, okay? And so I got to come together for you and make it make sense. So I'm gonna do the drop for you right now.
Oh, look! Well, you know what? You better go.
You better go. Y'all gonna see this outfit in some more videos too, so we all know.
Okay, that's what's up.
Y'all so much. Seriously, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for coming by, spending time. We looking forward to the new music.
For sure.
And we'll get this out. When we gonna get this out, Ricardo?
We'll get this one out soon. Well, maybe the next couple of days. I'll promise that.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate you guys for thinking of me.
Get it to Ron and Herb and Kimberly.
Yes, Kimberly Weeks.
Yeah, right. Kimberly. I met her a while ago too.
Yeah, she's a legend. All of them are legends. So I'm honored to be surrounded by people who know what they're doing.
Right. And I'm anxious to see uh what happens good for Brandi Little. So
Yeah. It's definitely all God's timing. So everything that happens is because God said it was time. So
yeah, yeah. Well, Ricardo, close us out, dog.
Thank you for joining us on the Indy Hookup Spotlight with Brandi Little. We look forward to seeing her just bloom and blossom. She is a wonderful talent, has a wonderful mind, and a beautiful young lady. So we're a fan now, and we're a support system for her. Next time on the Indie Hookup Showcase. Peace, love, blessings, and we out.
peace. Thank you guys.
All
Hey,
right, you
thank
take care now.
All right, you
We'll
too.
send you all the links and stuff when it comes.
Yeah, I can't wait. I haven't been able to look at you guys the whole time because I'm in the room.
You
All right.
see, you're a professional. You know to look at the camera, not over at the thing all the time.
Hard. It was hard. I wanted to look at y'all a few times. All right, y'all take care, man.
All right, take
All
care.
right, bye.
Peace.
Let me pay some bills and take a quick commercial break, and I'm gonna get right back at you.
Visit UMTMshopping.com for great quality and excellent prices on women's clothes, men's clothes, baby clothes, and children's toys, electronics, and much more. Visit us now at UMTMshopping.com.
Okay, let's go. Let's get back to some more UMTV content.
Welcome to the Indie Hookup. We have Miss Terry Green, aka Terry B. And brother, what's your artist name and what do you go by, sir?
Lorenzo Johnson, producer.
The Lorenzo Johnston, producer. And I understand you have some really big hits, and we'll get into that later. Heston Cleveland, go ahead and take it over, my brother.
Hey, well, thank both of you for taking the time out to bless us on our little platform. We just getting started. It's a learning process. You know, Terry, you and I talked yesterday, and I guess after you listened to my mom's music, you made a mention of Northern Soul, and me just really starting off, not really knowing, but now I'm figuring it out. There's different categories of soul music. Now I understand you something big with the EDM music, and now you're doing Southern Soul. To you, what is the difference between Northern and Southern Soul?
So Northern Soul is more of a mixture of really Motown, these kind of eclectic soul songs. They're kind of not the A sides, it could be the BC sides that people rediscover. And so it's soulful, but it's a lot of up tempo stuff, and it has a really big home in Scotland and Northern England, and they celebrate kind of throwback records, if I could call it that. I know that Lorenzo worked with Marvin Mack, and he's heavily into these really sold out festivals of Northern Soul, which is it's very much the opposite of Southern Soul.
Mm.
And
Now,
Southern leans to me is really blues and soul combined with classic soul, and basically not the R&B of today, where you're talking about more electronic based R&B and rap music intertwined.
right. Southern Soul, that's what people of color played in the house on Saturday when they was cleaning up.
That's right.
So, Lorenzo and Terry, how did y'all hook up on this project?
Well, I'll let
Well,
Lorenzo talk about that.
Marv Mack was the one that made the connection. So Marv Mack was like, hey, think we should do something with Terry. Think we should do a Southern Soul song with Terry. So he connected us via email. We jumped on the call. We kind of talked about direction a little bit. So I was like, I'll send you an idea probably by the end of the week. But like later that day, I just sat down and just threw down an idea real quick, like a half an hour, sent it to her. And she was like, that's it right there. So, and that was the song.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all did that because it's taking off. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're about to hit 100K. I mean, people don't understand, like when I have major record deals, Universal, Sony, all this stuff, dance music, they have pretty much gotten most of the soulfulness out of our voices. And even when you were super successful, you knew you still weren't doing 100% what you want to be doing because I'm a soulful person. So when Lorenzo sent me that guitar, I was sitting with my mother and one of the weather girls was at the house and we were there. And she said, yo, that's it. And I said, yeah, I got to find something to put on this. I was singing the chorus and all of the information that I was going to use later to write the verses within 15 minutes. And I sent a voice memo back to Lorenzo. I said, Lorenzo, I think I got some too wrong. And he said, yo, that's it. I thought he was lying because I wasn't sure if he's going to like it because, it's writing and people are sensitive. And he was so quiet. He's so humble. He was like, yeah, that's great.
He like me. He's like understated. I was
He's
singing that
very
song in my
understated.
head right before you came on. I was just singing it because it's so catchy. Yeah.
And then I
So
figured
you
out
guys consider yourself independent, right? You're not signed to a major label.
No, I signed a lot. Since when I got out of my major deals, I said I never want to do that again. When I hear what they're doing to independent artists, whether they're healing meditation, whether they're sounds and whatever, they want to crush them in a way. So for me, independent artists, this is why people keep saying, why do you keep talking about boots on the ground? Because when I went to the Spring Fling in 2022, people weren't talking about Southern Soul like they are today. And I remember I was sitting next to Jeter Jones for an hour. He was talking with my son. And Mom, he's like, Mom, you don't know who this is? I was like, nope. And she's like, Mom, I listen to Southern Soul in New York. That's what the cousins from Virginia like. And this is going to be huge. My kid said it. And he said, your voice fits. I said, I don't know. I don't believe in being in any musical genre that you cannot do authentically. You can't walk on stage and be fake. So when Lorenzo sent this guitar, I was like, yo, I think we got it. Because at the Spring Fling, I did not have the music to play with TK Soul. Everybody was there except 803 Fresh. But that the radio stations did not want to play Boots on the Ground because they had not gotten all the accolades for pumping this record because people found that song. People are finding two wrongs. So this is what I love about the independent scene. And I'm so glad that we're showing them we have power.
Lorenzo, your primary instrument is guitar, or that's just one of many instruments you play?
Keys and bass. I would say keys and bass. Those are my main instruments.
Okay. All right.
But the people control the narrative in the music. Now, two wrongs don't make a right. A lot of us have made them wrongs.
I'm hoping we don't go there today, but I think we might be.
It ain't a confession show. We ain't gonna try to get you in trouble.
When I had to make a decision when I went to the festival that night. I was sitting next to everybody that you can think of, except like maybe 803. Everybody was there, and I said, Terry, if you're gonna do this, everybody likes you, so that's cool. You can go to the festival, Maya B, whoever. But if you don't do this right, you cannot show up here. That's just how I am about any genre that I've ever participated in. If you see me in Russia and I was singing dance and house, everybody knew I was full on, I'm in it. So how was I going to do that? The only record that worked was Clean Up Woman. And every lady sang the same song. I was like, oh man. So I went back in the studio and hooked up Marvin Mack over at Urban Influencer, and he put me with Lorenzo and said, I think I got a guy who can do it. Yeah. When Lorenzo sent that fire, I said, Lorenzo, it's already a hit before I put anything on it. And then for a while, we was only at 10,000 streams. I said, oh, that's doing okay. I called Lorenzo. I said, do records normally work with you? And he said, yep, they always work. I said, oh, you arrogant, but you look quiet. And next thing I know, the last couple of weeks, we're getting 2,000, 3,000 streams a day. And I'm going, people are writing comments. They're, thank you for going back to old soul. All I ever wanted to be was Dorothy Moore, 2020s, whatever. So being able to sing this way is like a dream come true. I burst into tears in the studio when I first heard Caught Up, another record I did with Raheem's producer, because those DC guys finally made me sound black.
Hey, you know, to be honest, heard of you. I didn't know much about you. I started doing my research. I'm wait a minute. This is EDM. But then Two Wrongs came on, and I'm like, now this takes me back to the Saturday cleanup days, you know, and to tell you, right. And you know, we got a smart TV, so we watching YouTube on the big screen, and my mom got a short attention span, and I put it on. I say, Mom, this is who I was talking to in the car. She came and sat down and listened, and she was like, nice, you know, and then she started looking at you. She said, she's pretty, you know. And for
I don't know about today. I'm just making it. We surviving today, but
hey, no, but if you catch my mom attention, you doing something.
Yeah, she a hard critic. She like you. It's like the little kid. Mikey, hey Mikey, he likes it.
She say it like it is. Don't hold no punches.
My mom's the same. Yeah, she's the same. But everybody told me in the room that night, you should finish that up. That's real good. And the thing is, I said, well, what am I going to do? I think every time Terri Green comes to the musical circle with Southern Soul, I'm going to talk real stories that real people go through that are adults. It doesn't mean it was my life. Some of it might be, some of it might not be. It's going to be raising kids, cheating on people, marrying people, divorce, whatever. I want it to be like Dorothy Moore. All them songs is about divorce. With pen in hand, sign your name. You know, all these songs were just like Misty Blue.
Right.
Ain't it funny how time slips away? That was something I put up the other. That's my favorite song. And Randy Hall was the first person. I don't know if you know Randy. He did produce Miles Davis. He was the one that said to me, "You got to sing with American producers now, and you need to do soul." And I said, "Yeah, but how am I gonna get there?" He said, "You will. You have the voice. You're gonna get it." I said, "But nobody knows me." It's like starting off. I was really frustrated. I'm like, I had 3 billboards. None of that shit mattered. None of this stuff. Sorry, I don't want to curse, but I had so many records that it was frustrating that I had still not been where I wanted to be.
Yeah. Putting in the dues and the paycheck don't match the dues that you put in. I feel you on that, my sister, for sure. So you guys are doing a video today? Did you say something about
I'm shooting the video for the next record. So this is what's going on. Lorenzo's pretty much supposed to be in the lab. There's going to be a remix now of Two Wrongs with Jeter Jones. That's what's happening. He's confirmed it. And that's going to be really like a highlight. I sat next to this man, did not know who he was. As the years rolled by, I went, yo, he's like top of the food crate. You know, he's brilliant. And that he would do it with me was really a blessing to my whole pathway to working in this space, because you cannot be fake.
Lorenzo, talk about your process real quick, because you know you sitting there all quiet like I normally am. I'm kind of talking more than I thought I was. But tell us about your producer process. How do you work with an artist?
It just depends. It's just real organic. I just let it just naturally flow. Like with this record, I don't really like think about what I'm gonna do before I get there. I'm just like in the moment. Everything is in the moment. Like I just pick up the guitar and start playing, or play the keys, just catch
That's
a
how I
vibe,
do.
and then we just go from there. You know,
Yeah.
not a lot of thinking. I like to remove the thinking from the process. You know, just sort of be organic.
Let spirit speak to you. Yeah, I got you.
And he doesn't overplay stuff. You know, you send some stuff out to a keyboardist, which he can play all kind of keyboard. He puts ding, ding, ding. When I heard that, I went, oh snap. I don't even know if I gave him direction on it other than Southern. You know, I love staple singers. You know that. And so
I
I was
started
just
playing
like,
along with it when I heard. I picked up my guitar. I'm a guitarist, my brother, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
started picking up. I was like, man, I wish I'd have been on this record. Should have.
the
next one, you'll be on the next one.
next record.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll work
Hey,
on some stuff.
he's pretty good. Don't let him play humble.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know.
we'll definitely figure out something we can collab on.
Yes.
So you talking about this new music? When is the Indy Hookup gonna get blessed with it?
With the new single that with my band. So there's two things going on. I had a band in the UK before I came over to the US and decided I didn't want to be a part of groups anymore. And there was a record like 3 years old, 2 years old that I had written for Mickey Howard. And Mickey was like, yeah. And Mickey was kind of like, I don't know. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna finish this record up just to prove it works. Today I got a phone call that My Soul put it on high rotation. And I don't know if you know how hard they are to get, but they're not easy. They be kicking my records out all the time. So this was a blessing because I'm more focused on the US, what's going on over here. But I actually sent that to you yesterday, or this morning. So hopefully you got it. I got an email from you. But right now I'm laser focused on, I'm laser focused on getting this stuff done and being in the space. Y'all, I just had a birthday. I have no time to waste. And I don't care about age, but I do care about being happy.
That's what's
the
up.
thing.
We made babies. We talked about that. We made babies. How do you know Sam Archer?
Damn.
You don't.
You on an interview platform on Music Log Radio.
Ah, Sam. Yeah, yes, I know Sam. Sam, I know through my publicist, through Tangi and iMerge. Yes, she introduced me to. We just met recently, and the last name didn't ring a bell. Yes, of course. They found me and reached out to her, and then I ended up doing an interview with them. And I told them if I come to Florida, I'm gonna come into your classroom because I'm everywhere. And I always told my promoters, don't ask me, don't look at my calendar and talk about what I'm doing if I'm gonna be busy. If I know somebody needs me, California, whatever, I'm gonna pop out there. I'm about to go to California shortly and write some stuff with Lorenzo in person because I feel like I need sometimes to do that. Yeah, but Music Log, yeah, they've been rolling with the music, and we just kind of lately in the last like 60 days came together. But I met him through my publicist.
Okay, because we're actually playing on his radio station right now. And I was driving and it went off. And I'm like, that's Terry. What's she doing on here? And I
get around.
Right, I see. I laugh.
But they met me through house music. So they knew me because I used to tour with Crystal, all the Ultra Detect. They knew me from a house artist for decades. I have 1,000 singles in dance.
Damn.
So to work, what kind of records I'm writing in a day, man. We were just, my sister will tell you, she's been in Germany. We used to sleep on the floor and have to do an album. Friday night start, Sunday done, go to the mixing on the SSL by Sunday night for every record that was not missed. So that's how they worked us, but you learn a lot. So the big producer would come out and go, Terry, he was Spanish. I need to know the hook. I don't speak English. Give me something. So at the end of all of that, you learn how to, too wrong. Anybody, I played that for all Germans on Berlin the other day. They all loved it. They were singing along after one chorus. I say, yo, I wasn't even going to play this for y'all, but okay, glad I did.
That might hit like the fan song did. It's just certain songs just in the ether. There's just time. You
I
know,
just know we can't explain. God is
It's
good, man.
it's the hook. The hook is just,
and your
you know,
soul, you could just feel that pain, that that
Yeah.
situationship.
You
You know,
might be feeling too much, Ricardo. You might be feeling too much in the middle of the.
yeah. Mhm.
But as a writer, I'm a very emotional person. I can't work with people that like with my partner, we were writing together for years, but we're always like it's like combative. And we just even today he said, I'm glad you're doing you. We always come together when we can, which is that joint record. But I'm going my way because this is my career. I've supported people from day one. But these last couple of years that I got, whatever's left, I want to be soulful until I get till I don't breathe. Like I want to do soul music.
Mhm.
I listen every day to Dorothy Moore like it's a brand new record.
The timeless music, that's what we're looking for. And that's Carrie Cleveland, Heston's mother, that's just getting inspiration to us because we got into the industry thing. Oh, that's an old song that was done last year, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, and we was like, no, it's new to everybody else. And if it's a good song, it's going to be timeless. So yeah, that's what you're doing now. You guys are doing wonderful.
I
I
never
call it
thought
instant classic, you
I
know.
never thought I was on the phone. I'm a friend. One of my buddies, he became my buddy. We have a WhatsApp group. It's like Free to Pain. I was sitting with Shirley Jones the other day in the Baltic Sea in Germany. Shirley and me virtually looked alike. We were just like, oh, wait, we like family. So Shirley and me are talking. We having lunch up in the artist area because I was doing some introductions of Tito Puentes Jr. She's like, Terry, come to Atlanta. Here go my son. Like, that's the energy that you get when I'm hanging. Like, I always thought I would not fit in because I've been out of the country too long. And when people embrace me, because I grew up in Spar, Florida. So I hated when people were acting like I wasn't black enough. Whoa, stop just because I can go, call me Mr. Raider, call me. Yeah, but I can also sing this. This is really
Mhm.
me.
That's what's
You
up.
see, I get like heated about it because that's how I went through that so much. People denying my blackness because of the records I'm doing. Cut it out. I'm surviving to get back home.
Back to your roots.
well,
Yeah.
what I thought, what I've come to realize, we don't know each other. Everybody on this panel, like I said, I just met y'all. I've been knowing Ricardo for a few years now. We started off with the common love of music.
Yes.
That's our roots. That's where we couldn't connect from. Your story is, both of y'all have great stories. And that's what the Indy Hookup is all about. It's the independent journey. It might not be my journey, but it's your journey. And we're going to do our best to share it. My mom has her journey. It's really an incredible one,
Bless.
And I've also learned you could pay people to do what you need them to do. But if they come to you and offer it through love, it's way better. It's that much better.
It has to be not the word I want to use, authentic. You got to come together like fluid. Like it can't be like a forced relationship, which is what happens in dance. I used to tour with David Guetta, Tiesto, all these guys. I love them. We're still friends, but I got tired of trying to, what's the new genre? Oh, we got to do this. Oh, we got to do that. I wanted people to know I am not faking the funk with no Southern soul. I just wanted to do soul records, had not considered whether we're going to throw the word Southern in front because it's not changing. And Marvin said, I want you to stay like this record. You got to lean both. You have a little R&B, you have a little Southern soul, but that's who you really are. And Lorenzo, when I heard, the thing about God and about connecting, I was sitting somewhere years ago listening to, I just want to get to know you. Whatever this record is from Lettucey. I didn't know I was going to be producing a record with the cat that produced it 10 years later or 5 years later, whatever. That blows my mind when I lay around and think about how lucky I've been.
So the industry people probably knew who you are, but just like Lettucey, we from the Bay where Lettucey's from, and no everybody in the Bay knew her. And then all of a sudden she gets known by the rest of the world. We like, we didn't think it was gonna happen because she was getting in the older, saying like a lot of industry people thought her window of time was gone. But
And
she never gave up, and now she's doing it big, and we just celebrate her.
Yeah.
Latoya London, we thought that would be the next, and she did some big things, and she's doing some good things. She just did that Anthony Hamilton thing, and there's the other sister, I forget her name. It was two more that like
yeah,
they're older, but they're about to break that ceiling,
yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You would think I never cared about age. My first number one, I was 27 in Spain. And I didn't understand what being number one meant in a whole country. Then we had number one in Italy. And I was like, well, my mom ain't gonna hear this, so this ain't really important to me. And all I knew is that this is the beginning, this is not the end. Like a friend of mine called me this morning and I said, yo, an independent song getting so many streams on YouTube means more because every single person actually watched.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And gave you a comment, whatever they were doing. And my sister has been my rock. And she always said to me, do your time, you're going to find your moment. And I was laying on a ship somewhere going, I think I'm exhausted. Like I did way too many records, I've traveled to every country you can even, Lebanon, Russia, Moldova,
Wow.
just name a country. Can't nobody beat me on countries right now.
Wow.
And I was just getting. Then came Lorenzo to roll.
Bringing it back
And I
home.
said, wait a minute. I woke up.
I want to say one thing about indie artists. I think it's important for them to create that grassroots following too, because like you were speaking about the Lettucey move and all these other artists, think like once you create that grassroots following, like going from city to city and grinding it out, then once you get that song that brings everything together, once everybody else, the masses of people find out about you, you already have these group of people that are going to still support you from the beginning. They've been supporting you from the beginning. So it's easy for you to go to this show, go to this venue and sell it out because you already have your following before you got that song. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She kind of started,
and a lot of people are not willing to take the risk.
And not do the work either. They might blow up on the internet, but they never been to all the little venues and worked on their showmanship and stuff. They get on the stage, they out of breath. They don't know how to work a crowd. They don't know how to do nothing.
Hey, say it twice.
Yeah. Put in
And
your
the thing
dues.
I don't know what this thing I like, because when you see these artists over in Southern Soul on stage, people can look any way they want. They are breaking all the rules about beauty and whatever. And if you look some crazy kind of way and come in there in their world and tell them they need to look like whoever, you got to go because they're kicking you right out. Like you got to go in there. I was in a bathroom in Mobile at that festival, and girls came in the bathroom and I looked kind of decent. I was fixing my hair, and some young girls said, ma'am, because I'm old, ma'am, you look so nice. I said, girl, you too. I said, ooh, where am I? And they started laughing. I said, when women give women this support, this makes you feel good. It's like when another brother say to another brother, yo, dude, them kicks is hot. This is, we got to show each other love. Too many people trying to take us out right now. This is why the whole movement's working. We've dismissed Black culture, and we're showing them we matter.
Yeah, we know you got a busy schedule today. We want you to give us all your links where we can find both of you you great artists, you great souls. Where can the people find you?
So I'm on YouTube, which www.
Before you do that, I got a couple of things I want to share. Ricardo and I have a good friend that I consider the best interviewer that I've ever met. My mom and I did like you. We've been interviewed all over the world. Her name is Sabrina. She's on KYBN radio. 10 million weekly listeners.
Wow.
Just chat with Bree. I already told her. I sent her your bio.
Thank you.
I'm gonna connect y'all together. And then I got another guy, Caden Gordon. He mostly does country, but he's a 20-year-old, been in the radio business since he was 14. He's got a couple of offers, a 7,000 radio blast that I'm telling you works for a small amount. But I will go
7,000
into
stations. Yeah.
yeah. We'll go into that at a later date. But it was a pleasure having both of y'all on. It's an honor. You know, I was kind of intimidated when I read your bio, but you already know how I came at you when I called you yesterday. You're very approachable. Both of you guys are humble, and I love that. The independent music grind is strong, and we have that in common. You know, so the Indy Hookup will support you. Make sure you send us all your projects, and you know we gonna.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, and I just
Yes.
want to say something to you. Every step of the way, there have been people like Heston, like you, like Ricardo, people that I didn't know long, people I knew long, Randy Hall. Like, I was intimidated as a Grammy-winning producer of Miles Davis, and I was like, yo, you don't think I sing good? He's like, yes, I do. That's why I'm calling you. Those people have stayed in my life the entire time since we've known each other. There's no phone call I don't take. There's no amount of money that stops me from showing gratitude and doing and showing up where you might need me. Because there's times when I didn't have no hit in dance. Later, I was #1. People could call me. There's no door that I shut because I didn't do crap alone. Everything was somebody else saying, Terry, here's a door. Terry, here's a door. And I took those doors, but I didn't take it without.
We kind of losing the connection. Yeah. But yeah, we got 99% of that though.
Okay,
you
you
back.
need to go back in and do a closing.
Yeah. Y'all give us y'all
Social
people-
media and websites and all that.
you know,
Okay.
and
Okay.
we'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay.
My website is Zosmooth Productions, ZOSMOOTH Productions.com. And on Instagram, it's just Zosmooth.
Okay.
And I am www.terrygreenmusic.com. Has all the socials, everything's there. And they could check me out on YouTube, Terry Green, the Terry Green Project. A lot of it's under that name because I used to be a part of a band. And I just want to say thank you because Instagram, Terry Green, just look us up. And I hope, Heston, we see each other in person, Ricardo. When I come to LA, you know, my girl's from the Bay. Cornell, CC Carter, that's my boy. I'm really trying to get to California this year. So I hope y'all have room for me. And to all those people who've done so much in the independent world, they keep opening doors, and I don't even feel like, I'm not sure why they're doing it for me, but I'm definitely humbled, and I'm not a fake person. So that's why the records is real. And I think that we're going to keep doing what we do. Lorenzo, to you, thank you for always taking my calls and reading my mind. It's probably good you don't talk that much because I talk too much. So then we balance it all out in the somewhere.
Yeah.
was a pleasure.
TERRI.
It was
Yeah.
a pleasure
Okay.
both of you coming on here. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. I'm just saying thank you.
Thank you. Hey, consider us part of your new promotional team or your
Ricardo, I've been seeing your name forever. Like when you popped up today, I was like,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
y'all don't understand. It's like Christmas for me right now. Like every single day I look and go, Lorenzo, how these people, who's watching this stuff? Like, it's different when a person dumps 100K into your band like we did in Majors, and then you make it. We really had that. Or 50K on a video. When we do a video for 1,000, this means so much more. When I'm scraping, getting the makeup artist in, and then you see that much kind of response, you know one day maybe you're going to have the chance to say thank you to those very same people.
Those are the real authentic stuff. Ain't no bots or nothing. Those are real engaged fans. Yeah.
Exactly. I was tripping. I was
up.
like, yo, Lorenzo's so cool. He's like, yeah, man, it's good. It's going good.
But we got it.
Yeah. But he knows his value and he knows he's good because he always goes, yeah, man, I pretty much always work. I'm like, wait a minute. Did he just say a positive? Okay, got it.
You know, I'm just a faith-based believer. You know, I just always believe things gonna work out no matter what. You know, whatever I touch, I feel like God is gonna have his hand in it and it's gonna work out. And it always just lines up that way, you know.
You know, my configuration is the two fellas at the top and you down at the bottom. Y'all are emotional level. Smooth. I'd be like, Ricardo, this. Oh, that's cool. It's like, damn. Yeah. But hey, we gonna let y'all go. We know y'all got a busy day.
I wish it wasn't. I would like to do nothing today, but that ain't gonna happen.
Okay, there you
go. We gonna get this up in a day or two. I'm gonna share it with y'all. We gonna share it. Anytime you have anything else you want to come and talk about, please come on. You know, you see my face on Instagram all the time, Terry.
All the time. I love your Instagram. That's the thing, is active. I love it. You make me want to work. I go, ooh, I got to get on Instagram because Heston did put up 43 videos in 2 hours. I'm not on level. I got to level up.
Hey, well, you know, it's the love of music that drives me and my mom and dad's story, and meeting independent artists like you guys. It's an honor, and we gonna keep sharing.
Yes.
You know, so hey.
And yeah, you know, not only contributing to our own careers, even when I meet someone like you, I'll call Wayne Vaughn or whoever that I just talked to and go, y'all know the guy that wrote Let's Groove Tonight? Why you ain't got him on the show? And I'll call Wayne, like, people all do what I ask. Like, I'll say, can you do this interview? Because so many great people don't know. I got DJs that remix songs like these big hits, Let's Groove Tonight being one of them. They don't know Wayne Vaughn did that or this song. Like, I want people to know some of these great people because we come and we go. And we got to celebrate these legends. It's not about my song all the time, my song. It's about all of these people contributed to the thing we love, music.
That's why we did the Indy Hookup. We both are. I'm an artist. His mother's an artist. We started promoting ourselves, and then we said, well, if we give love to other people, it's going to come back at us. So our whole mission is to have independent artists get a voice that they may have not gotten in other, you know, by other people. But we want quality too. You know, at first we was kind of like, Hess was like, oh, just because you do, I ain't gonna go there. But I'm like, no, because you're independent, that don't mean you have to be not quality. I need the quality and, you know what I'm saying, put your dues in. And, you know, but anywho.
Yeah.
But
we got you.
All right, y'all have a wonderful day.
I am blessed, man. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And thank you again for having us. Indy Hookup, I definitely can't wait to continue. If there's something we can do in return, my door is open. Ricardo, you got to get that. We got to do that hookup. Let's do it. Lorenzo,
I'm gonna get your Z Smooth. Yeah, Lorenzo, I'm gonna send you my information. We could do the file sharing thing. I'll hook it up real quick and send it back to you in WAV files. Yeah, so let's do that.
You need anything from me, Heston? You need anything from me? Let me know. Cardo, let's.
You can start with like how Terry. Look at Terry Green. Say shout out to the Indy Hookup. Thank you for playing my music. And if you got any other projects, I know Terry is one of your artists, but you probably have some other stuff you want to get out there. Just send it to Heston, and we'll get it out there.
Yeah, he got a lot of better ones too. So let's just, he ain't
going to Cut it out. You know what?
He got one with more octaves. He went from let us see 45 octaves to Terry with 2. So now I don't know if you with it, right?
It's all art. You know, it's no better or best. It's just art. It's just one person's expression of art. That's
Yeah.
all.
If I start singing, it's you like you Aretha Franklin compared to me, and I started putting out songs with my voice because I was frustrated with singers not having that work ethic. So
Yeah.
I'm glad was find
For
somebody
sure.
like you that can sing and does have a work ethic. That's gold. You know.
Yeah.
All right, y'all have a good
Thank you guys
good
so
night,
much.
and y'all take care now. I got to get ready to go to this.
Indy Hookup, we love you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Peace, love, and
All
blessings.
Bye.
Talk
Herb.
soon.
All right.
right.
Bye,
Bye.
Lorenzo.
All right. Talk to you soon.
UMTV.
Uncle Mari, Total Media.